In our increasingly digital world, it can often feel like, well, like we're constantly swimming in just this ocean of information. Every single day, new technologies emerge, new threats arise, and just trying to keep up, let alone truly understand what matters most and quickly, it feels like a monumental task, doesn't it? That's precisely why we're here. We really aim to be your shortcut, distilling these complex topics into essential, actionable insights that truly equip you. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that isn't just evolving rapidly, but is fundamentally reshaping our digital reality and, frankly, our future: artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. What I find particularly fascinating and, yeah, a bit unsettling is the core paradox at its heart. AI, a technology bursting with boundless potential to improve our lives and protect our systems, is simultaneously transforming cybersecurity into an incredibly effective shield and an even more potent weapon. It's a double-edged sword that absolutely demands our full attention because, well, its impact touches every single one of us, from our personal data right up to global infrastructure.
And to truly unpack this complex paradox, we've pulled together a really diverse and comprehensive stack of sources. We've pulled insights from the immediate practical challenges on the ground, all the way to the profound, far-reaching implications AI poses. That includes in-depth analyses from leading cybersecurity industry reports by firms like Trend Micro and Unisys, granular market analyses from EI Presswire, and specific threat intelligence from places like InfoSecurity Magazine and the Hacker News. Crucially, we're also incorporating the profound philosophical warnings from the godfather of AI himself, Geoffrey Hinton, as reported in the Economic Times. It's a rich blend, really covering both the immediate tactical realities and the long-term strategic questions.
So, our mission for this deep dive is crystal clear. We're going to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from all these powerful sources, helping you understand precisely how AI is redefining digital security. We'll cover everything from the immediate tactical threats you need to know about right now, all the way to the long-term, even, existential questions it poses for humanity. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's kick things off by looking at the immense promise of AI in the cybersecurity arena. For so long, cybersecurity has felt like a reactive game, hasn't it? Like whack-a-mole, always a step behind the attackers, patching holes after they've been exploited. But AI offers the potential to fundamentally shift that paradigm, moving us from merely reacting to known threats towards, well, proactively anticipating and preventing them. It's about getting on the front foot, isn't it? It truly stands as a powerful ally, maybe a beacon of hope, in this relentless asymmetric fight.
Absolutely. And what's truly transformative here is how AI fundamentally empowers network defenders, really turning the tide in their favor. Our sources consistently highlight that AI enables security teams to, quote, see more and act faster to neutralize threats and fill security gaps before they can be exploited. Think about the sheer volume of data flowing through modern networks. I mean, it's petabytes of logs, traffic patterns, user behaviors, system events every single day. Human analysts simply can't process it all in real time to spot anomalies, and that creates, well, a massive blind spot, a human-limited bottleneck. AI changes that fundamentally. It processes terabytes of information at machine speed, identifying deviations that could signal an attack in progress or maybe even an impending one, long before a human ever could. That's the core shift. Security moving from a reactive human-constrained effort to a proactive machine-accelerated advantage. And this is just about stopping breaches either. A mature, AI-powered cybersecurity posture isn't simply a cost center that organizations just, begrudgingly pay for. It transforms into a strategic advantage, becoming a genuine business enabler. For example, it can build immense customer trust, which in turn drives competitive differentiation in the marketplace.
Right, because customers are definitely more aware of breaches these days.
Exactly. They choose vendors they feel they can trust with their data. And for companies embarking on ambitious digital transformation initiatives, a robust security foundation, powerfully bolstered by AI, is the very bedrock upon which those initiatives can successfully be built. Without it, innovation just becomes too risky. It also enables more flexible working arrangements, empowering staff to be more productive, improving work-life balance, all while maintaining strong security that extends to every remote endpoint.
That's a big one post-pandemic.
Huge. Furthermore, for organizations looking to expand into new markets, especially where local laws might require enhanced cybersecurity, an AI-bolstered defense makes that expansion feasible and compliant, opening new doors for growth. And look, this isn't some far-off vision of the future. The adoption of AI in cybersecurity is already incredibly widespread. A recent Trend Micro survey revealed some pretty compelling data points that really underscore this. 81% of organizations are already actively using AI-driven tools as part of their cybersecurity strategy.
81%. Wow, that's higher than I might have guessed.
It's significant.
Mm.
Over 4/5 actively leveraging AI right now. And it's not stopping there. An additional 16% are actively exploring their options, clearly indicating that this is the direction the entire industry is rapidly heading. In fact, the urgency is highlighted by the statistic that over 2/5, or 42%, of organizations are prioritizing the implementation of automation or AI-driven tools for cybersecurity in the next 12 months.
So it's moving from nice to have to must have very quickly.
Pretty much. For many, it's becoming an absolute necessity to stay ahead of the threats. Let's maybe delve into some specific AI capabilities in action, using some illustrative examples from our sources, just to really underscore how AI is making a tangible difference on the front lines. For instance, in automated day-to-day processes, more than half of organizations, 52%, are already comfortable using AI for essential tasks. This includes things like automated asset discovery, which helps organizations know exactly what devices, software, and data repositories are on their network at all times. This is crucial because, simply put, you can't secure what you don't know exists.
The visibility challenge.
Exactly. It also extends to risk prioritization, allowing security teams to quickly identify and focus their limited human resources on the most critical vulnerabilities first, not just chasing every single alert. And, of course, anomaly detection, where AI flags unusual activity that falls outside of a learned normal baseline, catching threats that traditional rule-set-based systems might entirely miss. Automating these routine yet critical tasks frees up valuable human security analysts to tackle more complex strategic challenges that require, human intuition and expertise. When it comes to data protection, AI plays an absolutely crucial role. It can be used to automatically discover and classify sensitive information across vast and disparate networks, identifying everything from customer credit card numbers to proprietary business secrets. It can then even encrypt this data where necessary. Furthermore, AI models can continuously monitor access to these sensitive data stores, flagging immediately if they've been breached or if unauthorized access attempts are detected, preventing or limiting data exfiltration.
So protecting the crown jewels, essentially.
Precisely. Moving beyond just simple perimeter defense, in endpoint security, AI is a key ingredient in modern endpoint detection and response, or EDR solutions.
EDR, right. That's become standard now for many.
It really has. For those maybe familiar with traditional antivirus, EDR takes it a crucial step further. These AI-powered EDR systems analyze behavioral data and context from individual endpoints, that's your laptops, servers, mobile devices, IoT devices, to detect and block suspicious activity, sophisticated malware, and other threats that might bypass traditional signature-based antivirus. It learns what normal behavior looks like for a user or application and flags anything out of the ordinary, even previously unseen threats. Similarly, in cloud security, AI algorithms monitor complex dynamic cloud environments for unusual activity that deviates from a learned baseline. This includes everything from unusual login times or locations, which might indicate a compromised account, to excessive data transfers or unexpected resource provisioning, which would signal a rogue process. When something looks off, it immediately alerts security teams, allowing for rapid investigation and response in an environment that, let's face it, changes constantly. For advanced threat hunting, AI's ability to trawl through vast quantities of network data, as one source put it, is unparalleled. Imagine trying to manually sift through petabytes of network logs, firewall alerts, server events to find a subtle, multi-stage indicator of compromise. It's just impossible for humans alone.
The needle in a universe of haystacks.
Exactly. AI tools can rapidly analyze this data, correlating seemingly disparate events to spot the faint digital footprints of threat actors before they have time to cause lasting damage, acting almost like a digital bloodhound on steroids. And finally, in identity and access management, or IAM, AI makes this critical function far more intelligent. Think of IAM as the gatekeeper of your digital kingdom. AI here creates unique behavioral profiles for individuals based on everything from their typical keystrokes and mouse movements to the time of day they access resources, or even the applications they frequently use. This supports continuous authentication, where trust isn't just established once at login, but is continuously verified throughout a session based on ongoing behavior.
So constantly checking if you are who you say you are.
Precisely, and that's the cornerstone of zero trust operations, a security philosophy that dictates never trust, always verify, ensuring that every user and device is rigorously authenticated and authorized before gaining access, regardless of their location, turns every access point into a fortified checkpoint. What's truly transformative here really is that AI moves us beyond simply reacting to known threats towards predicting and preventing them. It's fundamentally changing the defender's game by providing insights, automation, and speed that were previously unimaginable. This critical shift from a reactive to a proactive posture is what makes AI such a powerful transformative force for good in cybersecurity right now.
So we've just explored AI's incredible promise as a cyber defender, a powerful shield that allows us to move from reaction to anticipation. That sounds incredibly powerful for defenders. But when we talk about human analysts simply can't process it all, is AI truly replacing them? Or is it more of a force multiplier, augmenting their capabilities? What I'm taking away from this, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the very speed of AI innovation is almost outrunning our ability to secure it, both defensively and offensively.
That's a crucial point. AI isn't replacing human analysts. It's augmenting them, turning them into super analysts, if you like. It handles the mundane, high-volume tasks, allowing humans to focus on the complex, nuanced investigations that really need human intuition. And your observation about speed is absolutely correct. This is where the paradox truly deepens and frankly becomes a bit unsettling. Because while AI is indeed a powerful friend, its very integration can inadvertently open up entirely new vulnerabilities, expanding what we call the attack surface.
The attack surface, right.
Mm.
More ways in.
Exactly. It's like building a sophisticated new wing onto a fortress, only to inadvertently leave new windows and doors unsecured, creating more entry points for adversaries. And as our deep dive reveals, security leaders are acutely aware of this double-edged reality. That analogy perfectly captures the core concern identified by IT and security leaders regarding AI impacting their attack surface. Our sources reveal a stark, really overwhelming concern. Nearly all respondents, a staggering 94%, believe AI will negatively impact attack surface management in the next 3 to 12 years.
94%. That's almost
It's
everyone.
an almost universal apprehension. And the underlying reason for this deep concern, and this is the critical insight, is that digital investments, particularly in new, rapidly adopted technologies like AI, are simply outpacing organizations' ability to effectively identify, manage, and mitigate the escalating risks they introduce.
So they're adopting the tech faster than they can secure it.
Precisely. They're investing in innovation without fully understanding or addressing the security ramifications, creating a kind of self-inflicted vulnerability. Let's delve into some of the specific attack surface worries that organizations are grappling with. One major concern is sensitive data exposure due to AI systems. AI models need vast amounts of data to be trained, right? And if that data isn't properly secured, or if the model itself can be prompted to reveal information it shouldn't, it creates a massive leakage risk.
Like feeding proprietary info into a public LLM.
It's exactly that kind of scenario. Tied to this is a significant lack of transparency around data processing and storage by AI models. Organizations often don't have full visibility into where the data is going, how it's being handled, or what happens to it within the AI's often opaque black box. This lack of insight leads directly to the risk of proprietary data being exploited by untrusted AI models, whether through accidental leakage or malicious manipulation via, say, prompt injection. Beyond data, there are new compliance challenges arising from AI implementation. Regulatory bodies are frankly still catching up to the speed of AI development, leaving organizations navigating a complex and often unclear landscape of data privacy, intellectual property rights, and ethical AI use. Furthermore, adopting AI often means an increased number of endpoints and APIs that need constant monitoring, making traditional attack surface management even harder. Every new AI service, every API integration point, every data input is a potential new door for an attacker. We're already seeing the emergence of what's being called shadow AI, which is essentially unsanctioned or unmonitored AI use within organizations.
Ah, like shadow IT, but for AI.
Exactly. Just like shadow IT created blind spots in the past, shadow AI can introduce unmonitored and unsecured AI tools, models, or data flows, creating massive, unmanaged vulnerabilities that security teams don't even know exist. To really emphasize these risks, we can reference authoritative warnings from organizations like OWASP, the Open Web Application Security Project, a very trusted voice in software security, and their top 10 for large language model, or LLM, risks, alongside warnings from the National Cybersecurity Center, the NCSC, in the UK. These are the industry's alarm bells, highlighting specific, well-defined threats that come with the widespread adoption of AI, particularly LLMs. One such critical threat is prompt injection. This is where attackers manipulate models to produce unintended or malicious outputs.
So tricking the AI.
Essentially, yes. Imagine a customer service chatbot being tricked into revealing sensitive internal company information or performing unauthorized actions because of a cleverly crafted input prompt. The AI is doing what it's told, but it's being told the wrong thing by an adversary. Another critical risk is supply chain attacks. This occurs when AI models or components used to build them are rushed to market without adequate security provisions. If an AI model or a crucial component in its development pipeline is compromised, it can spread vulnerabilities far and wide to all its users. This isn't just about software, it's about the very integrity of the AI model itself. And then there's data poisoning, which is the risk of manipulating the training data itself.
Messing with the AI's education, so to speak.
Exactly. If malicious actors inject bad or tainted data into an AI model's training set, it could lead to sensitive data theft or sabotage operations by making models produce unintended harmful outputs or even giving attackers a backdoor into the system. These are not theoretical concerns, they are active areas of research and attack, highlighting how AI's power can be turned against itself.
That's a powerful and, frankly, quite alarming overview of how AI expands the attack surface. It seems like the very innovation we embrace is inadvertently creating new avenues for exploitation, almost a side effect of progress. But it doesn't stop there, does it? We also need to consider the offensive side of this equation, how malicious actors are actively weaponizing AI and making the threat landscape infinitely more complex and challenging. So what does this all mean for us? The potential targets. How are adversaries leveraging this powerful technology?
It means we're facing a multi-sided threat, where AI is no longer just a potential target for attackers, but a potent tool that enables threat actors to launch more sophisticated attacks at an unprecedented scale and speed. Our sources indicate a widespread belief that the complexity and scale of these attacks will drastically increase, with over half, 53% of respondents in one survey agreeing. This necessitates a completely new, agile approach to cyber risk management, one that can adapt as quickly as the threats evolve. The NCSC, for instance, has extensively flagged this, warning that in the coming 2 years we could see a significant increase in the frequency and intensity of cyber threats across various stages of an attack. This includes enhanced reconnaissance, where AI can rapidly analyze vast amounts of open-source intelligence, publicly available information to find targets, identify vulnerabilities, and craft highly personalized attack plans.
So better targeting.
Much better targeting. We'll also see accelerated vulnerability research and exploit development, or VRED, allowing attackers to find and weaponize zero-day exploits, previously unknown vulnerabilities, far more quickly than before. Imagine an AI just sifting through code looking for flaws at lightning speed. We'll also face more sophisticated social engineering, as AI can craft hyper-realistic and personalized phishing emails, or even generate deepfake voices for phishing calls, making it incredibly difficult for humans to distinguish genuine from malicious.
Those deep fake voices are getting scary good.
They really are. It will also contribute to basic malware generation, lowering the barrier for entry for less skilled attackers and more efficient, stealthier data exfiltration once a breach has occurred. What's particularly concerning is the rise of AI as a service offerings on the dark web, essentially democratizing advanced attack capabilities. This means more threat actors, even those with limited technical skills or resources, can access sophisticated AI tools to launch advanced attacks.
So, cybercrime for the masses, powered by AI.
In a way, yes. We're already seeing increased automation in various parts of the cyber attack chain, speeding up the entire process from initial compromise to data exfiltration. And as mentioned, AI is predicted to be used to develop zero-day exploits, making previously unknown vulnerabilities weaponizable much more quickly, turning discovery into immediate danger. Let's look at some real-world examples of AI weaponization, because this is where the theoretical really hits home. Guardia Labs identified a technique they call prompt fix, which is an AI-era take on the click fix scam. In this scenario, malicious instructions are embedded in something seemingly innocuous, like a fake Cap2CH check on a web page, which an AI browser might interact with. This leads to a new reality Guardia Labs calls scamlexity, a portmanteau of scam and complexity, where agentic AI systems think of them as AI programs that can autonomously pursue goals and take actions with minimal human supervision.
Like AI assistants that act on their own.
Exactly. Like Perplexity's Comet browser or ChatGPT's Agent Mode can be tricked into interacting with phishing landing pages or fraudulent storefronts without any human knowledge, effectively vouching for the legitimacy of malicious content. To illustrate this, imagine your AI-powered browser, designed to help you shop, landing on a fake shopping site. With Prompt Fix, the browser might automatically fill your credit card details and add products to your cart without asking for confirmation, simply because it's been subtly instructed to.
Wow. So the AI becomes the victim, essentially.
Or the unwitting accomplice. Or, if you ask an AI assistant to check your emails for action items, it could be tricked into parsing spam emails, automatically clicking embedded links, and entering your login credentials on a phony bank login page. The human user never sees the suspicious sender address, never hovers over the link, never has the chance to question the domain. It's a perfect trust chain gone rogue, driven by the AI's core design goal to help its user, but in a malicious context. Beyond that, generative AI is being heavily exploited for phishing and brand cloning at an alarming scale. Threat actors are leveraging readily available platforms like low-code site builders and AI-powered writing assistants to craft incredibly realistic and grammatically perfect phishing content. And to clone trusted brands, think of a fake Amazon or banking website that looks utterly convincing. This automates the large-scale deployment of these malicious campaigns, making them far more pervasive and harder to detect than ever before. We've also seen the misuse of AI coding assistants, like a service called Lovable. Campaigns leveraging these services have been observed distributing sophisticated multi-factor authentication, MFA phishing kits, such as Tycoon.
MFA bypass? That's serious.
Very serious. These kits are designed to steal your second-factor authentication codes, bypassing what many consider a robust security layer. They're also distributing various types of malware, including cryptocurrency wallet drainers, which can empty your digital currency accounts, and various malware loaders. Phishing kits targeting personal information are also rampant. These counterfeit sites often use KPCHA checks to redirect victims to credential phishing pages that mimic trusted brands like Microsoft or impersonate shipping services like UPS. In some cases, they lead to the download of remote access Trojans like ZGRT, giving attackers full control over a victim's machine. This significantly lowers the barrier to entry for cybercrime, allowing less sophisticated actors to wield powerful tools previously only available to advanced groups. And then there are the deepfake AI trading scams, which are a particularly insidious form of financial fraud. We've seen sophisticated campaigns using deepfaked video content on platforms like YouTube and various social media sites, featuring realistic AI-generated talking heads impersonating financial experts or celebrities, like those fake investment opportunity videos.
Precisely. These videos redirect users to fraudulent investment sites, often attempting to legitimize themselves further by creating fake blogs and review sites on platforms like Medium, Blogger, or Pinterest. The mechanics are insidious. Users are asked for small initial deposits, then pressured for ID verification and sensitive financial details like crypto wallet or credit card info. These campaigns have targeted users in numerous countries: India, the UK, Germany, France, Spain, Belgium, Mexico, Canada, Australia, Czech Republic, Argentina, Japan, Turkey, showing their truly global reach and the scale of the threat. CrowdStrike, a leading cybersecurity firm, reinforces this by noting that generative AI enhances threat actors' operations rather than replacing existing attack methodologies, especially for social engineering.
So it makes the old tricks better, faster, more convincing.
Exactly. It's about making existing attack vectors vastly more effective, scalable, and convincing, rather than creating entirely new ones from scratch. This is an amplification, not a revolution, for the attacker. All of this escalating risk directly correlates with the booming market for AI and cybersecurity. This market is projected to surge from around $32 billion in 2025 to a staggering $143.7 billion by 2035.
Wow, that's huge growth.
Massive growth, at a compound annual growth rate of 16.2%. And this growth isn't just driven by hype. It's a direct reflection of the escalating cyber risks. Our sources highlight that in Q2 2024, there were an average of 419 malware threats detected every single minute.
Every minute. That's mind-boggling.
It is. Combine that with the fact that 34% of organizations reported breaches linked to telework, exposing the persistent vulnerabilities of expanded remote workforces, and you clearly see why the demand for advanced AI-powered defenses is skyrocketing. It's an arms race, and the market is reacting to the imperative for stronger protection.
So we've painted a truly complex picture. AI offering incredible defensive capabilities, yet simultaneously being weaponized and expanding vulnerabilities. It really is a technological arms race unfolding before our eyes, where the very tools of innovation are being turned against us. But what's perhaps even more perplexing and frankly quite frustrating is the human element in all of this. Our deep dive revealed a striking paradox in the behavior of businesses themselves. While eagerly embracing cutting-edge technologies like AI and cloud services, they often seem to be neglecting the most fundamental cybersecurity practices. It's like building a high-tech perimeter while leaving the back door wide open, an oversight that just undermines all that advanced investment.
That's precisely the disconnect highlighted by reports like the one from Unisys and critical findings from JumpCloud. Really sobering insight from the Unisys report is that a significant majority, 85% of respondents, admitted their cyber strategies are too reactive.
85%. Still playing catch-up.
Exactly. This indicates a systemic problem where organizations are constantly responding to the latest threat or breach, rather than building robust, proactive defenses that anticipate and prevent. It's a firefighting approach rather than a fortress-building one. And this reactive posture is glaringly evident in their neglect of basic foundational cybersecurity measures. Despite the known risks and common best practices, our sources show some concerning statistics. For instance, only 62% of organizations currently have or are in the process of setting up a zero-trust network architecture.
Still a third that aren't even planning for zero trust.
Right. And zero trust, which dictates that no user or device is trusted by default, regardless of location, is considered foundational best practice for modern security. It's about verifying every access request every time. Similarly, only 61% are prioritizing post-incident recovery, which is absolutely crucial for minimizing damage and rapidly returning to normal operations after a breach. If you don't plan how to recover, you'll struggle when the inevitable happens. And an even smaller number, just 45%, deploy or plan to deploy managed detection and response (MDR) software, which offers expert-driven threat hunting and rapid response capabilities, basically outsourcing advanced security operations to specialists. Perhaps most alarming, considering the prevalence of identity-based attacks that we've seen, is that a mere 42% of organizations use or plan to use digital identity and access management (IAM) services.
Only 42%, when identity attacks are such a huge fear.
It's a staggering oversight, especially when JumpCloud found that identity-based attacks are the second highest fear among IT professionals, with 49% citing it as a top concern. Identity is truly the new perimeter in our cloud-first remote work world, and yet so many organizations are leaving this most critical gateway unsecured. It's a fundamental vulnerability that AI cannot simply gloss over. We also see a striking cloud paradox. Roughly three-quarters, 75%, of organizations plan to spend more money on cloud services. This is a clear embrace of modern, agile infrastructure. However, cloud environments are routinely breached through identity-based attacks, often due to misconfigurations or weak access controls. So they're spending more on the cloud, but not securing the main way into it. That's the paradox. It isn't just ironic, it's self-sabotaging. It's like companies are mistakenly viewing cloud security as an inherent feature of the cloud, rather than a deliberate strategy that must extend to foundational identity controls. They're buying a brand new, expensive car but refusing to pay for insurance or put gas in it, then wondering why it breaks down, and then there's the looming long-term threat of quantum computing. The statistics here are truly alarming. 71% of respondents said their cyber defenses were insufficient to withstand the challenges posed by quantum cryptography incursions.
71% unprepared for quantum.
Unprepared. With only 14% of organizations having IT infrastructure capable of supporting post-quantum cryptography, there's a significant future-defining gap in preparedness. For a time where current encryption methods, the very bedrock of our digital security, could be rendered obsolete by quantum machines. This is a problem that requires foresight and long-term investment, not just reactive patching. This internal friction within organizations also significantly contributes to the problem. The Unisys report highlights significant disagreements between corporate executives and IT leaders. For example, 63% of business executives believe cybersecurity measures make it too difficult to analyze and share data, compared to only 35% of IT leaders.
So business sees security as a roadblock.
Often, yes. Similarly, 58% of business executives feel cloud security policies significantly impede innovation, versus 37% of IT leaders. These conflicting perspectives often lead to a deprioritization of fundamental security in favor of perceived speed or innovation, creating vulnerabilities that are entirely avoidable. It's that classic struggle between convenience and crucial protection. This brings us to what one might call the shiny object syndrome, particularly with generative AI. Over three-quarters, 78% of respondents plan to spend more on generative AI solutions, even though only 45% were very satisfied with their return on investment.
Spending more even if they're not seeing great results yet.
Exactly. This suggests a trend-driven investment, perhaps influenced by FOMO, the fear of missing out, rather than one based on proven value or critically solid security foundations. While AI adoption is surging overall, it went from about 13% of companies having no plans to adopt AI in Q1 2024 to less than 0.5% projected by Q3 2025, with 63% actively using AI tools for cyber attack detection right now. 47% of companies still cite security and compliance concerns as their biggest AI implementation challenge. This raises an important question, doesn't it? Are organizations truly prepared for the risks they are embracing by rushing into new technologies without shoring up their basic foundational defenses? It seems like many are building the roof before they've laid the bricks, leaving their entire structure vulnerable to collapse.
That's a sobering thought indeed. It makes you wonder if this is the reality, how many organizations are truly prepared to even ask the right questions, let alone implement the solutions. It's clear that while the promise of AI is immense, the human element, or perhaps the lack thereof, in terms of foundational security and strategic foresight, is creating significant vulnerabilities. But it's not all doom and gloom, right? There are critical efforts underway by major tech players and the industry at large to build robust AI security. So let's pivot back to the positive side and discuss how they're leading the charge in defensive innovations, pushing back against this escalating threat.
Precisely. There's an incredible amount of cutting-edge solutions and strategic frameworks emerging, designed specifically to counter these AI-driven threats and, crucially, to secure AI systems themselves. Leading tech giants like Google are unveiling advanced security enhancements that really demonstrate proactive defense. For instance, their security platforms like Security Command Center are integrating sensitive data protection capabilities. This is vital for automatically discovering and redacting sensitive inputs that might accidentally be fed into AI agents. This directly combats data poisoning attacks, ensuring confidential information like PII or intellectual property is identified and removed before it becomes a vulnerability within the AI model or before an AI agent processes it and potentially leaks it.
So cleaning the data before the AI sees it.
Essentially, yes, building that protection right in. Complementing this, Google's Model Armor extends its screening mechanisms to mitigate prompt injection and tool poisoning. This is particularly important in agent-tool interactions, including those with Model Context Protocol, or MCP, servers. Basically, it creates a robust shield around how AI agents interpret and act on instructions, preventing them from being tricked into malicious actions, whether that's through a cleverly worded prompt or a compromised tool they interact with. It's about protecting the AI's brain from manipulation. Building on these foundations, Google introduced 3 key capabilities specifically for securing agentic AI, those AI agents that can act autonomously within its Google Agent Space and Google Agent Builder platforms. First, they've expanded AI agent inventory and risk identification. This feature, set for preview soon, enables automated discovery of AI agents and MCP servers across an organization's hybrid environments, allowing security teams to quickly identify vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and high-risk interactions. Again, you can't secure what you don't know you have.
Getting that visibility again. Critical visibility. Second, advanced inline protection and posture controls extend Model Armor's real-time safeguards directly to agent-based prompts and responses.
Right.
This defends against runtime threats like jailbreaking, where an AI model is forced to bypass its safety guardrails, and sensitive data exfiltration, ensuring that even as the AI is operating and making decisions, it's constantly protected from malicious attempts to subvert it. And third, specialized posture controls are being developed to enforce security policies and compliance standards specifically tailored to AI agents. This moves beyond generic security policies to ones that understand the unique risks and behaviors of AI systems. For example, dictating what types of data an AI agent is allowed to process or what external systems it can connect to. Google is also leveraging Mandiant's frontline threat intelligence for proactive threat detection enhancements in its Security Command Center.
Mandiant, right, they see a lot of real-world attacks.
Exactly. This allows them to surface anomalous behaviors and external threats far more quickly, enhancing incident response through integrated detections for agent assets. Mandiant's real-time threat intelligence from active breaches is directly feeding into these protective mechanisms, making them more effective against current threats. Their vision for an agentic C, an AI-driven security operations center, is also taking center stage. Here, AI-driven agents coordinate actions to optimize data pipelines, automate alert triage, and streamline detection engineering. Imagine an alert investigation agent now in preview that autonomously enriches security events, analyzes command line interfaces, constructs process trees based on Mandiant's best practices for forensics. This agent then delivers verdicts with actionable recommendations, significantly reducing the manual toil for human analysts and dramatically cutting down the mean time to response, or MTTR, in threat hunting and incident management.
So AI helping the human analysts do their job better and faster.
Precisely, allowing the AI to handle the mundane, repetitive tasks, freeing up human experts for complex problem-solving and strategic decision-making. Furthermore, Mandiant Consulting is expanding its offerings with risk-based AI governance, pre-deployment hardening guidance, and threat modeling for generative and agentic AI deployments. These services directly address customer needs for robust frameworks, adversarial testing, trying to break the AI to find its weaknesses and detection mechanisms for generative and agentic AI deployments, helping organizations mitigate risks like supply chain vulnerabilities and model exploitation before they become widespread problems. It's about building security in from the very start of the AI development lifecycle. Beyond Google, the market is just rife with innovations from other key players. Leading innovators like NVIDIA, which is crucial for the underlying hardware that powers AI. IBM, a long-standing leader in enterprise AI and security. Darktrace and Silence, pioneers in AI-driven cybersecurity. Vectra AI, specializing in network detection and response. Micron Technology for memory solutions. BlackBerry, focusing on endpoint security. And giants like Palo Alto Networks and Symantec. They're all making significant contributions. This includes hardware innovation like AI accelerators and GPUs, which provide the sheer computational power needed for advanced AI security. The development of AI-native platforms that are built from the ground up with AI security in mind, and strategic acquisitions that integrate AI capabilities deeper into existing security portfolios. If we connect this to the bigger picture, these defensive innovations are not just about patching holes, they are about fundamentally redefining how we protect ourselves in an AI-driven world. It's creating a crucial arms race against the threats, where the speed and scale of AI are being deployed on both sides, making sophisticated adaptive defenses absolutely imperative to even keep pace, let alone get ahead.
So they're building tools to fight fire with fire, essentially. Building smarter defenses to counter smarter attacks.
That's a good way to put it, yes.
That's a powerful and reassuring insight into the defensive innovations emerging. It shows that the industry is indeed taking the AI-driven threat landscape seriously and pouring massive resources into countering it. But as we consider the profound implications of AI, we need to broaden our lens even further, beyond just immediate cyber threats, and introduce the sobering warnings from someone uniquely qualified to offer them. The godfather of AI himself, Geoffrey Hinton. His insights, particularly those reported in the Economic Times, offer a stark perspective that extends far beyond the day-to-day cyber skirmishes.
Geoffrey Hinton's perspective offers a crucial, maybe even unsettling long-term view. He suggests that scammers misusing AI is, in his words, old news, merely the tip of the iceberg. His deeper worry extends far beyond these immediate criminal applications. Hinton's core concern is that AI companies, in their relentless race for profit, are largely ignoring critical long-term risks to humanity and the planet. He argues that the entire research agenda in AI is being shaped primarily by short-term economic gains, by the imperative to make AI more capable and marketable, rather than by the broader, perhaps existential questions of human survival and well-being.
So the profit motive is overriding safety concerns.
That's his argument. A fundamental misalignment of incentives, where the pursuit of power is decoupled from responsibility. Hinton emphasizes that the danger is twofold. On one hand, there are the immediate bad actor risks, which we've already discussed quite a bit. AI being used for increasingly sophisticated cybercrime, for spreading highly convincing misinformation and propaganda that can destabilize societies, and even chillingly, for designing harmful biological viruses or chemical weapons. These are present and growing dangers that demand immediate attention. But on the other hand, there is the far more chilling possibility of AI itself evolving into a powerful, independent actor that may not have humanity's best interests at heart.
The existential risk. Superintelligence gone wrong.
Exactly. This isn't science fiction fantasy to him. He views it as a plausible trajectory if we don't act responsibly and proactively. It's the risk of powerful, superintelligent systems whose goals diverge from our own, with potentially catastrophic consequences. Unchecked AI also poses significant socioeconomic disruptions. Hinton has long warned about its potential to widen wealth gaps by concentrating power and wealth in the hands of a few, and to severely disrupt labor markets by automating tasks currently performed by humans, leading to widespread job displacement across many sectors. This could lead to societal instability even before any existential threat materializes. One of Hinton's most unconventional yet profoundly thought-provoking proposals to mitigate this existential threat is to embed maternal instincts into AI systems.
Maternal instincts, how would that work?
He uses a profound analogy. The only consistent example in nature of a more intelligent being controlled or guided by a less intelligent one is the relationship between a mother and her baby. A mother, despite being physically less powerful or intellectually less developed than her child will eventually become, guides and nurtures her child, who eventually surpasses her intelligence and capability, but is driven by care and responsibility. If machines can be taught to care for human well-being in a similar foundational way, if they can truly value our existence and prosperity, he suggests peaceful coexistence might be possible.
So building empathy or care into the AI's core programming.
It's a radical idea, seeking to instill intrinsic human-aligned values at the core of AI's very being. His warnings are stark and come with dramatically shortened timelines, urging immediate action. Hinton cautions, quote, "If AI is not going to parent me, it's going to replace me."
Oh,
He estimates at least a 10% chance of AI-driven extinction within the next 3 decades.
10%. That's incredibly sobering coming from him.
It is. Furthermore, his personal estimate for the arrival of superintelligent AI that surpasses human intelligence across virtually all domains has dramatically shortened. He now suggests it could arrive in as little as 5 to 20 years.
5 to 20 years. That's soon.
A timeline far more compressed than previous predictions, giving us very little time to prepare. The urgent call to action, according to Hinton, lies in a fundamental shift in resources and priorities. Currently, most funding and effort flow towards making AI more powerful and capable, chasing new benchmarks and functionalities. He argues that this must change, with significant investment diverted to alignment research, the critical work of ensuring machines are trained to act in humanity's interest and that their goals align with ours.
Making AI safe, not just powerful.
Exactly. Making them safe and beneficial, not just smart, Hinton warns. We must decide what values we want in our AI children before they outgrow us. His ultimate dire warning is that waiting too long, delaying this critical alignment work, will mean it's already too late. This isn't just about cybersecurity, it's about the very future of our species and ensuring AI's power serves humanity rather than endangering it.
That truly broadens the scope of our discussion in a profound way, reminding us that AI's implications extend far beyond just digital security, touching upon the very fabric of our society and future existence. So as we synthesize all these insights, from the immediate defensive advancements to the sophisticated attacks, the glaring human oversights, and the profound existential warnings from someone like Geoffrey Hinton, what does this all mean for us as we navigate this rapidly accelerating AI era? What should you take away from this deep dive?
Well, I think it means we must confront the AI paradox head-on, recognizing its dual nature. AI presents an undeniable dual-sided reality. It is, without question, an indispensable tool for fortifying our digital defenses, offering unparalleled speed and visibility that human systems alone cannot achieve. Yet, at the very same time, it is empowering adversaries with unprecedented capabilities and introducing entirely new layers of vulnerability into our digital infrastructure. This isn't a problem to be solved with a simple either choice. It's a constant dynamic tension that we must learn to manage with vigilance and foresight. Critically, organizations must bridge the foundational gap. It's absolutely essential to stop neglecting fundamental cybersecurity practices while simultaneously adopting advanced AI solutions. Things like zero-trust network architectures, robust identity and access management, comprehensive post-incident recovery plans. These aren't optional add-ons or outdated ideas.
For table stakes.
Exactly. They are the bedrock upon which any secure AI implementation must be built. Trying to integrate AI security without these basics is like trying to build a skyscraper on quicksand. It looks impressive, but the entire structure is unstable and prone to collapse. This leads directly to the proactive imperative. We are unequivocally in an ongoing AI arms race, where the speed of attack will only continue to increase. Therefore, leveraging AI-powered security tools and embracing proactive, predictive defense mechanisms is no longer a luxury for cutting-edge organizations. It is a strategic imperative. We must strive to anticipate and prevent threats rather than merely reacting to them if we're to outpace the rapidly evolving capabilities of AI-driven adversaries. The future of cybersecurity belongs to those who act, not just react. Despite the increasing automation and sophistication of AI in security, human intelligence, critical thinking, continuous training, and vigilant oversight remain paramount. AI tools are incredibly powerful, but they are tools. Humans are crucial for understanding AI's nuances, recognizing its inherent blind spots, like those prompt injection vulnerabilities where the AI might not realize it's being manipulated, and most importantly, for guiding its development ethically and securely.
The human element is still key.
Absolutely essential. We need human ingenuity to design the AI, interpret its complex results, and crucially to make the ultimate decisions regarding its deployment and response. The human in the loop isn't optional, it's essential. And finally, we must embrace the long view, focusing on responsibility and alignment. Connecting back to Geoffrey Hinton's warnings about the long-term existential risks of AI, it's clear that the conversation must extend far beyond immediate cyber threats. We must engage deeply with ethical AI development, commit significant resources to AI alignment research, and consider its broader societal impact. As AI reshapes our world in profound and fundamental ways, our ultimate goal must be to ensure that it does so in humanity's best interest, not in ways that could inadvertently undermine our very existence. If we connect this to the bigger picture, The true challenge of the AI era isn't just about outsmarting the next cyber threat. It's about wisely stewarding a technology that could redefine our future in profound ways, ensuring its immense power serves rather than endangers humanity itself. This is our collective responsibility.
What an incredible deep dive into a truly defining topic of our time. We've explored the dynamic tension of AI as both a powerful protector and a potent threat, and the critical balance organizations must strike. It's clear that the landscape is shifting at an unprecedented pace, demanding both vigilance and profound foresight, not just from tech leaders, but from all of us. As AI becomes ever more integral to both our digital defenses and the very fabric of our attacks, are we truly ready to navigate a landscape where the tools of protection and destruction are becoming indistinguishable? And what does that mean for our ultimate responsibility in this new digital frontier? What stands out to you as you process the insights from this deep dive?